Hello, 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 everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is for you, and welcome to another match of Fury of Dracula. We've got the second match from the New Blood Championship final between Strider656 playing as the Hunters and Altaris playing as Dracula. I'm just getting the live stream up on my screen. Right. Okay, we're up and running, I think. Hello. Well, Strider was in the live chat, but I hope he's left. I hope he's concentrating on the game and not listening to us. Met King's here. Hello, Met King. And alongside me in the commentary booth, who else? Who else could it be? Say hello. Hey.
A more elegant and subdued welcome on the Sunday, much like a finals of the Masters or the Ryder Cup. Yes, I am back, ladies and gentlemen, to see the second leg, return leg, after a great match yesterday. Altaris is down here taking on the Drac, and we shall see how Strider fares as Hunters. I haven't managed to send him any pep talks as his adopted father, so I hope that he just does it for his own pride and respect. But either way, let's have a great game like we did yesterday. Great to be back with you, Scott Sword.
Absolutely. I hope he's doing it for the achievement as well.
yeah, life's little victories.
Absolutely. Well, good to have you back, Roscoe. This is going to be very good fun. There's 7 people already watching the live stream. Hello. I mean, 2 of them might be us, to be fair. But hello, people. Say hello. Who are we rooting for? What sides are we taking in this? Hey, Geordie. There we go. Hello, hello, my immortal invitational teammate. Hello, hello. You're gonna have to carry the team, Geordie, I think. I'm gonna be a liability. Anyway. So yeah, as you said, we got Strider on Hunters, Altaris on Dracula. We had the previous game yesterday. I assume everybody who's watching this would have seen the previous game. If you didn't, then go back and check it out now. Obviously, if you're watching it live, that's a bit awkward, but anyway. Yeah, obviously Strider won the previous game as Dracula. We'll see if Strider wins this, then it's over. Strider wins. If Altaris wins this, then tiebreaker will be decided. Hey, we've got Mr. Green. Mr. Green hype in the chat, please, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome, great to see you. Oh, Strider has a crucifix already. Does that hurt him?
Just in real life.
Oh, he found him!
Oh, well, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Like,
hey, thanks. Hello, hello. Goodness me.
Oh.
What? Oh. That's the wrong language, Strider. I mean... oh, dear. Wow. That's put the cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't it?
Hello, Rook, who's just joined.
Has
Mr.
he?
G, nice to hear you, OG. It's been a long time since we played. Hope you're keeping well.
Oh, this Rook. I just scrolled down and I saw Rook's message. Hello, Fangs of Fire. Hello, Rookamania. I mean, a Rookamania, we know who you're rooting for. That's kind of obvious. Wow.
Altaris, quite right.
You just want to see Strider sweat.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dragon's been found already. That's yeah. That's a thing, which obviously Altaris will not be pleased about at all. In the previous round in the semi-finals, Altaris did a very similar thing by starting in the east, and he absolutely bullied Burke Marley. It was pretty brutal, I must admit. So absolutely brutal.
What regions Drac can be found, and I know it's obviously the setup is Godalming and Mina. So I'd rather, if I had to face 2, have them than Seward and Godalming, for example.
That's so very true. Yeah.
And unless they've got fast horses, travel is difficult for them in that area. So again, like we said, don't panic. You've always got to assume you'll be found in the first week. Keep playing your game as you are. They have to come to you. So keep your head, Altaris, and you should be okay there.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to always get found at some point, but obviously it kind of sucks when you get found this early on. Hey, Snuffleupagus, hello. Met King is rooting for the viewer count. Fair enough. That's, yeah. I think that's a very fair thing to say.
Love this. Hello, everyone. This should be fun. Yes, there is. There's a lot to play for. Oh, heroic leap. Okay.
Wrigley, fast horses.
I might be a bit more worried now jumping into them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want Van Helsing to ideally take Heroic Leap off Mina ASAP, because then whoever does land on Drac can have the option of getting it handed back out and take a 5-hit.
That's right. Hey, 5-hit that. You didn't mean that, did you? That so there was a player in the tournament who was called 5-hit.
Oh no.
Very good.
Ah, it was me. I was 5-hit. Did he do well?
Did all right. No, but no, he played it. I say played it in the right spirit. Let's say it that way.
All right, good, yeah. That's like saying someone's they've got a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I get you. Okay, I'm Strider primarily view. That's a great. Yeah, we doubled what we had yesterday. That's good going.
Is the audio okay, folks? When I recorded a game that I played earlier this morning, and there was static all over the shop. I do apologize for that. I don't know why. I did the audio test, and it seemed fine. So if there's any audio issues, please tell me ASAP, and we can fix it. I assume everything's fine. I haven't changed any setup since yesterday, so volume levels, unless Roscoe is now really far away from the mic, or is now cuddling the microphone really close, then everything should be all set up the same. Same distance as yesterday, there you go.
So the move is on. Godalming and Mina are on their way.
Yeah, I know, this is very, very early movement. So unless they've got lucky and picked up really good stuff early doors, I don't know how I feel about that.
Stacked well. Godalming's got 2 events and full items. So I guess it's one of those, yeah, as you say, if there's enough to deal with, certainly the rumour token, that's I guess their priority could well be. They know where to go. So, yeah.
Oh, we're on the big TV, Roscoe. Matching's got us on the big screen.
Oh no. If I'd known that, I would have done my hair.
Strider's always impatient about moving hunters. Yeah, don't we know it? Don't we know it? But it might well work out. Obviously, Altaris has seen the heroic leap and has seen this early movement, so is obviously going to play accordingly. One thing you need to know about Altaris is he is quite reluctant to use wolf form, but so far in this tournament has not really paid the price for it. I think he's got quite a good sense of when, doesn't panic wolf form. Oh, it was Constantov. Oh. Well, fair enough. I thought it was going to be Galatz. Good guess. I mean, he could have now gone to Klausenberg. Could have gone Galatz. I doubt it, but you never know.
No, I do like this, when Mina's separated from Godalming. If Heroic Leap is off her, I haven't seen her hand. I can't remember if it's been transferred. I would be tempted to...
She's still got it. She's still got it.
That could be her saving grace, then, yeah, because I'd be tempted to try and isolate her.
Oh, and Sud's moving as well.
Oh, we're off. Okay.
Good grief. I guess he wants to try and cut off this corridor there. And Van Helsing, good grief. What is... Well, I mean, if Altaris can survive this lot, they're going to be quite poorly supplied in terms of events. So...
Yeah.
Only 13 cards gone. And look how many Dracula events.
Yeah. It's not bad for Altaris.
No.
He's already got Godalming split on the coast. I mean, if that's a fog, that's always handy. But yeah, there's plenty of room, plenty of time for him to get out of there into Europe or circumnavigate around, whatever it might be. So I wouldn't panic unless he's... Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, he might be trying to go up the coast.
Blocking move, yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, Mina's got heroic leap, so maybe you just want to... Strider just wants to end it now. Yeah, he might get a bit twitchy. He's like, I want to try and get this very quick victory in, right? So... What's my king saying? I'm building an old Nyx roller coaster kit. What is Nyx? Is that like is that your version of what's it called? Airfix? Is that what we call it in the UK, right?
That was yeah.
Interesting. That's very cool. Do feel free to post pictures of that in the Discord when it's done. No, I'd like to see that. As someone who used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon all the time as a kid. Yeah, yeah, that's true. He did stuff from Galatz before, Altaris. Yeah, kind of interesting they went Constantor. obviously, we're playing with
been a bit.
the old version of the game. This is not the Immortal update, so we've got to flip our heads around and try and view it from that perspective.
You still spend a lot of time throwing traps down and hiding now as well. There is that gap between, let's say, Gadama and Mina, so I would be tempted just to mill about as quick as you can, and then you've always got the option of going down to Athens and dragging them into you, or across to Italy. So,
because if Mina doesn't have a weapon, if they're able to get hit with with wolves or bodyguards or something. Oh, he didn't even night search it. Wow. Okay. Well, kind of works out the same. It loses a night action now. Oh. So how do you pronounce that? Kinix, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like the thing with like straws or kind of. It's like our Technic stuff we used to have. I was just looking at it on.
Oh, you mean like Kinix?
Yeah.
Oh, is it a different name then? Oh. Okay, cool.
K-Nex Industries.
Oh.
Anyway, let's not talk about Nex. We've got the final here of Fury of Dracula.
I know, right? that was Met King.
I mean, come on, Met King. I mean, it's not that important. You know, surely your distraction can't be. I'll make something. I'll make a roller coaster while my periphery watch this. This should be the priority of everybody. So yeah, I'm tempted to ask even that with Mina. I was looking at that. Yeah, you could try and hit her, take the 5 hit, and then you just stay in feed and try and take her out and just do a quick. Yeah, quick hunter kill.
Yeah. And then if you feed on top of that, then it's only 2 damage net, right? So.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just one out of the way. Sticks her back into. Ideally, you want to try and take her out in Valona because then you can choose whether you stick her into the Rome hospital.
Yeah. Oh goodness, yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Yeah, I keep thinking it's been updated. Yeah, that's right. If you catch her in Valona, you can actually punt her over to Rome, which would give you so much more space. And Seward didn't move again.
Yeah.
So Seward all the way to Marseille and then didn't move. Wait, what the hell did Van Helsing do? Did he supply or did we miss that? What? We were talking about roller coasters. That's what happens. Okay, well, they dealt with the rumour token without having to burn a stake, so that works out. That's pretty good.
You know, we're just following suit of like most professional commentators. You know, we talk about things other than actually what they're commentating on, so it's fine. We're professionals through and through.
After Bucharest makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
But then Gadami doesn't have a stake, so there's another vampire behind it.
Yeah.
Could have a nice little night fight here.
Okay, supply there, another track. Okay.
But by this time, you know, Dracula could be in Vienna right now. Or further, even, depending on how you moved from Bucharest. You could even be in Prague or Munich by now. Wait, what? There's a Roller Coaster Tycoon board game.
Oh, chat, don't tell him that. Oh, God, that's it. He's away. Hello, Scott Sword.
Come back to the light.
Yeah.
How am I only learning this now? Oh my goodness, right. Okay, I know how I'm going to spend my evening researching that. Right, anyway, back to the game. He has a stake? Oh, no, mob. Oh, that was a nice, that
was nice, clever. Yeah, that was obviously deduced for the fact that he wasn't pounced upon. That it was going to be aristocratic, so take the delay and keep the stake. Yeah.
And that's why he day searched it, just in case he got it wrong. He wouldn't be stuck in a night fight, and then he could just stake it at night. So yeah, that's pretty good going. A little trade with Godalming 2. Where is Dracula? Is he now hiding in Athens? It's always Athens. Or has he tried to sneak past them through the gap? As you said, there's a gap created between them, and now he's in Munich, for example, and then he's going to start running around Central Europe.
If you're in Munich, as you say, he has held on to his wolf form. He's not been tempted to go past Mina if she was there.
Yeah.
And you'd much rather have wolf form Central Europe.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, if Seward and Van Helsing don't move, it just gives you carte blanche to go around and start laying stuff down if you are in Germany. As soon as they do move, you can just wolf form past them and back onto the east coast of France against the west coast.
So it can't be Athens now, unless it's Athens with Hyde and he went via Salonika. That's the only way. But yeah, this looks like he's running through the middle of them. That's what it looks like to me. So maybe this was the plan all along. He was maybe hoping that Strider would move early.
It would have worked out for Altaris more if he has, because Godalming got that extra day delay. He's not using a stake.
Oh,
Oh, he has. He looks like he has sneaked past.
Oh, yo, yo. Is it sneaked or
Very
snuck?
nice. Sneaked.
Sneaked. Snuck.
Sneaked in the past tense, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's Sunday evening. Come on, give me a break.
I know, right? But this is fascinating. So maybe he was hoping that Strider would move. Are you taking advantage of it then?
Yeah. Well, it's like we saw yesterday. You know, you wait for, but without the see where you are, there's a chance that they. Oh, he's not even gone. Oh, he has.
Oh, he went Klausenberg. Wow.
They just fly right. Yeah, they just fly right past you.
So even if he might have gone to Galat after the fact, but now he's jumped. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 5 away from Bucharest. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 1 away from Munich potentially. He could be in Nuremberg right now, or even Zurich. He's adjacent to Zurich. He could be in Venice. Oh my goodness. And they got all this trail to deal with.
Of course, all this time, Godalming and Mina haven't been supplying because they've been moving.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Van Helsing and Sud have been supplying, but Van Helsing's been in small city all this time. He didn't even move to Paris. Yeah. So they haven't really cycled through item deck very much.
It is a rook, yeah, because that's the one thing about Baltica is if you get enough time, which obviously Altaris didn't this game, but if you get enough time, you can lay what you want. But then to leave, you are either going by ocean or heading typically into hunters.
Yeah.
This is ideally what you want. Yeah, you watch them go. He's probably standing in the castle Dracula, having a little look out the window. Is that those hunters? Oh, right. Oh, anyway, I'm off. I'll see you later. And away he goes. I'm off for an adventure.
At the end of the game is different. If you catch hunters like committing into the east, late game you escape by sea, that's very good for you. But this is just so early. Yeah. Look at this. I mean, it's basically square one again.
Yeah. And by not using ocean, you are still keeping your location anonymous because, again, as soon as you use an ocean, you can work out it's going to be 1 of 3 potentially from Baltica. So, and there's no damage to Drac at all. Very well played.
Seward discarded a stake, so it's very possible that he's got a stake. Strider has something for day prompt. There's no surprising return, so it's maybe a long night. It could be a renewed vigor, but there's only 1 prompt by the looks of it, unless a hunter's got 2. Yeah, this is amazing. This is really... Even if he got no points out of that vampire. Nope, nope. That's still... Nope. He's going the right direction, but he went all the way along the north coast. Wow.
Philophagus says, yeah, Altaris did not fear LG Mina given how early they moved. Well, that's the thing. That's the balance of the game. It's a case of, if you are found early, ideally you don't want to, but fair enough. But it does open up balance then on the hunters as to when do they attack, how do they attack, and if it does, it leaves options like this where effectively Dracula is now disappeared with the whole trail. I mean, if this is a hoax, then all of a sudden everything's coming up roses for him, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, good point by Jordy too. Because of you can escape his bat more easily in first week, albeit with Heracleap you can't do that, so he had to avoid Mina for it. But if he ran into Godalming, he might be able to escape.
Yeah.
Goodness me. Yeah. Because oh, is Strider gonna go to the right location? Hey, won't you get closer to Dracula? You're gonna try and deal with the trail. Whoa. Yeah, Van Helsing still hasn't moved. I guess he's... I mean, there's also a risk that Dracula just goes across to the UK and Van Helsing is already... But I guess maybe that's why he came in Le Havre, so he can just easily hop back across if he needs to. He's not supplying of items. That's the thing.
Well, I was thinking, unless they've been extremely fortuitous and have picked up all good hands, so he's just staying where he is to get rid of the events, and he doesn't have to worry about trying to burn through... Oh, hang on.
Oh, he did go to Galat afterwards, so he's not as far west as we thought, but good grief, that could have easily matured. Well, that was a very good deduction there by trying to work out it could have been Galat.
It's a good move by Altaris, though. Once it's checked, hide about and go back, effectively just hiding behind the hunter's shadow. Very good.
I guess he went to Galat because there's the risk that one of the hunters would have jumped onto Galat, thinking Constanta was Galat, and then you could trap them and bully them and whatnot.
And had Mina jumped on there with a heroic leap, he just goes to the Castle Dracula, refills his health immediately. He can still be away.
Yeah.
Hide in location.
Cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still 1 away from Munich, or he could even be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could be in Berlin by now.
Thank by 9 Berliner. It's what you want to see in the final. Absolutely a rook.
Ooh. This could be a decent Wolves, you know. You're going to get a lot of information out of this. Because Mina's not going to be supplying for ages.
No.
Because they know where the trail is now, so they can start doubling it up, and they can deal with 2 a day, potentially, if they get the movement right. She has a rifle. She has rifle, horse, and something else. Doesn't seem like there's a stake. Hmm.
Box out there.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
no wolf form. This has gone very well for him. That's what I was saying before. Like, he doesn't use wolf form unless he feels he really has to. And look at this. This is.
And it's such a juxtaposition to yesterday, where we saw Strider using wolf form in what, day 2, day 3?
Day 2, day 3, something like that. Yeah. Such a different game, but this was cool. You have different personalities with this game.
Absolutely, and multiple personalities with one player sometimes.
Mm-hmm. You have to mix it up depending on who your opponent is too. I guess Sudic is still digging for horses, I suppose, but it'd be twice as quick if they get Van Helsing to Paris and they both supply, and if Van Helsing picks up, they can just trade it.
Yeah, I'd have been tempted with Sud to have got to Munich anyway. Once it was realised that he wasn't in Sofia or hadn't gone that way, we'll get him up to Munich just to block. Either block the corridor or it forces him to then rule form past you. Okay.
I was fearing a bat's in Klausenberg and you push her back into a vampire or something.
Mm.
That'd be nasty.
Yeah, he's got the lair. He's got the lair, yeah.
Stake. Bodyguards. And he has a rifle too.
Ooh.
So rifle stake. Does he have a horse? Have we seen a horse from Gadame?
No, I think he's been.
I don't think so. I'm still using wax slippers. Roscoe's favourite card.
Still not hiding. Only the 1 rumour token used as well, so he's keeping them. That's always good.
Yep.
You could always double them up in the final week.
Yeah, or later this week, right? And you can transition it that when second week ends, you throw one down, and then you go into the 3rd week, and then you throw down another one. Oh, another pair of wolves. Wow.
Another wolves. Okay.
Oh, he's now showing both items.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want to take another 2 damage. Wow. So we know exactly what Mina's got.
She's pretty, so that plus heroic leap. I would take heroic leap off Mina. You got to give that to Van Helsing because then you can distribute it if they do jump into Drac.
Oh.
It's direct, nice.
Interesting.
Budapest, Vienna. Did he misdirect Munich?
And I'm trying to think about movement. Jordy's made a good point in the chat. Is there a way they could have got out of Munich and then back into Zagreb in time before Mina moved? I think so, right? Yeah.
Oh.
It's very possible, you know? Yeah, that's definitely...
Yeah, that'd be ideal. That'd be great. Yeah, you just start coming down the coast now and watch them leave the country.
Yeah. And just run rings around them. And there are layers to come back to as well. This could turn nasty really fast. We'll see. And the thing is, like, even if it wasn't Munich and it was Prague, doesn't matter. If the fight's still misdirected, they have to spend ages checking it.
Yeah.
So you have to go beyond it. No, it's really nice, actually. Yeah. Oh.
And that's it. Sud and Van Helsing haven't moved. So you don't have to, they're further away. If they were Central Europe or Munich, that would have forced a decision made by Dracula. So, yeah, I like this. I like that when there's a Dracula getting circumnavigating, just watch the hunters go forward and go past, and you just, like you should thematically, just slink by in the shadows, and they don't see.
Oh, slow horse. Oh, so we haven't got perfect horse economy either. What did Van Helsing do? He must have supplied.
Yeah. Well, he's in, at least he's in a big city now. But then...
If anyone doesn't get the joke, Altaris was having issues with tickets. In both...
Oh, nice. Nice.
Good spy. Yeah, I mean, we knew that rifle existed, but now, what does Gadami do? Does he resupply? Does he keep moving when he maybe only has one gun? Or maybe he has no weapon at all? Ooh.
That's a great card.
Yeah. The thing is, if Altaris is going back east, he doesn't want to go into a layer too quickly. Oh,
no,
that's good though. Because then he'll reveal where this rumor is. He wants to try to move into a layer on the turn that the rumor matures. 5 supplies. Okay. Yeah, that missing
and the
layers. Nice.
Oh, look at that.
12 Dracula cards. Wow.
You want to get a hoax.
Yeah.
And again, much like yesterday's game, it's mirrored, because if he manages to get a hoax to mature, it'd be the same as Strider was yesterday. You've got more cards to choose from.
Yeah.
You get a Darkness Returns. If he does that, if he gets a card, gets Darkness Returns and matures that, I'll be thinking about a time light zone or something. Yeah, his layers are further east, so that's good. He can jump on them when he has to.
Yeah, but he really wants his rumor token to mature, right? Yeah, 12 Dracula events. Pretty gnarly.
That misdirect helps, because like you say, he's got to not just search where if it was Munich, he's got to now search 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I guess it depends what was in Munich. If you have a bats or something, you could potentially push them around. If it's just a dud of a counter which is not going to give a huge amount of value, then misdirecting it also works. I'm also thinking maybe he's faking it and making it look like Prague. Or it... Oh!
This will...
Well, that's still significant, because he hasn't gone far enough that he's now sort of trying to work around Van Helsing, right?
Mm-hmm. And all he has to be is... I mean, he could be in Sarajevo, because obviously that's not connected to Mina.
Yep. Yeah, but he's going to be beyond it by now. If he went that way, he could be in Varna by now, which is yeah, he could be in Varna by now. Which is Old Klausenberg, Constantin's just been taken off as a layer. Yeah. He could have easily been 4 away from Munich. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he could be in the half right now. He could be in Hamburg. He could be down in Buda, Italy by now. He could be in Naples. There's so many places he could be. And because Van Helsing and Seward are just refusing to move.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the only thing it rules out is he isn't going into Spain. Unless, is that 1? Zurich. Oh, he could be in Bordeaux now.
That's risky.
It's very risky when you got...
form.
Oh, she had to go back and check it, and he didn't go that way. But the fact she has to waste a turn going that way. Wow.
That's what you want. And I'm wasting time. The more they travel, the less they can supply.
Yeah, I know stuff he can't be in Le Havre because of Evil Presence, but I'm just saying, like, he could have been. Same, if he could have been sneaking past Seward and Van Helsing the other way, but it's so risky, you just take one of them. It's just right, that's decent, though.
Yeah, the other thing as well, mate, he could have done Munich and now just go down Italy. Just leisurely drop off locations down the boot. And then gives you the option to decide what you want to do when you get to the bottom there, hoping this matures. That then frees up locations, and then you can jump ship either coast. And so yeah, a lot of opportunities. That Munich it's a great hub, which is usually why it's blocked off by players, so that it does restrict. Same with play CG. It's always good to throw it down in Munich and just block that corridor for Dracula.
I know Strasbourg.
Or he's gone North Germany.
It could have been North. Yeah. I mean, Southern Italy's good too, because if he leaves via Turin, he can go either side, and he can split the hunters up. They'll have to go and deal with the trail and split 2 sides.
And if he goes to Baltica, he's got his layers there, so he could just jump back and start doubling up again.
Yeah, and then if he goes Adriatic, then Ionian's free. So if they start getting caught, he can run Black Sea Ionian, right, and he can escape that way. And he's already got these nasty layers to deal with. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous, given the fact he was caught so quickly. He's played this very calmly, and it's worked very well for him. Yeah, so Baldicus discarded, and yeah, because Szeged was blocked by Mina, Sarajevo's been checked, so yeah, he's not in the east. But the fact that Mina had to go and check it, right? I'm not saying it's a wasted action, but that's the way that Dracula will view it. Yeah, pressure's really on. Yeah. Only, yeah, 2... Oh, I mean, still supply. He's clearly not getting good stuff.
He's almost at the... I mean, he's almost cleared item debt. He must have good stuff, whether it's all on Seward and Van Helsing. Because, again, they've been picking up on smaller ones in the east, but...
Why aren't they moving?
I mean, if you're gonna keep Seward there, you want to check Toulouse. You could write off Toulouse and Bordeaux straight. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he went down the boo. Okay, so
did.
we know where he went. He went Venice, Florence, Rome. Wow.
Yep. Okay.
But the question is, can they get to... Well, they can get to Venice. They got movement to get there, but can they deal with it? Did Godalming throw away stake? Well, the 2 stakes in discard pile. I didn't count if that was Godalming's, but... 2 holy bullets.
You'd have thought with Seward's multiple supplying, he's got all the optimum cards that he needs, so he should be able to jump down and deal with Rome and Italy.
Yeah, you'd think so. The thing is now, right, Altaris could hide because they found him.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Doesn't get much benefit from, being discovered with wax cylinders, right? It'll be interesting to see what did he do after. Is he in Bari right now or Naples? What do people in livestream think? Do you think Altaris is going to go Bari and then hop across Adriatic, or do you think he's in Naples now and he's going to go Tyrrhenian and then he'll try and fake going either side? Yes, yeah, that's a good point, Stuff. That was Rome and not Naples or Bari. That's a very good catch. Yeah, but then they might just take a hide scouts and they'll solve that problem. But what do you think? Livestream, what do you think Altaris is doing? And if you're in this situation, what would you do? I think I'd rather go to Tyrrhenian and try and split the board in half. Oh, what? It's from Marseille. What?
Yeah. Come off at the pass. Well, that's a bit.
That's an interesting decision.
So again, maybe Seward hasn't got horses because you could have got down to Florence straight away, but now he's used excellent weather. Well, I guess wherever Drac is now, if he was in Naples and head, you either jump to sea now and go past Seward and head towards Spain, or you can still... I think Baltica is a decent one because you have got 3 heavy layers set up there.
Yeah. Especially now if Mina's going to be moving westward. The Hunters are going to be concentrating around Italy, so there's going to be a lot of space to run around here for a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that would be. Would it be better for Mina to block Verona until he's gone to the sea, and then if he goes to oceans, she can then again you could transfer the excellent weather to Mina, and she could get back on mainland straight away. Because now she's left. Now the Baltica is wide open.
Yeah, especially Godalming should be one with the stake, so he should be going to do with Venice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Saturday the 2nd week, so it's quickly... that first early reveal seems a long time ago. Well, almost 2 weeks ago.
It does, yeah.
Color receive was... Now here we go. Yeah, see, I mean...
Yep, he's definitely hidden now.
Now, ideally, if he has hidden in 57 with a hide... Well, he can't. No, ignore that. You can't, because you couldn't have got to Rome.
No. Although, imagine if he's in Naples right now, because Seward walks into him, potentially, and he gets walloped by 2 encounters and then a fight. Ooh.
Yep.
Now, Mina has Heroic Leap here.
Yes.
Does Godalming still have stake?
Yeah.
Looks like he does. But the fact, yeah, the fact...
rifle.
Yeah, the fact Godalming has moved down 2... Yeah, the east is quite open now. But then, because of that, the Hunters might think he's going to go east, because that's the most likely thing he does, and then he actually goes westward. I guess it depends on what port he leaves from.
Yeah.
But he could also beat Suid up here, but Suid's got 4 events. It's very risky, but there's no heroic leap, so worst case would be planned ambush.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because Van Helsing hasn't taken heroic leap off me. If Van Helsing had heroic leap, I would be concerned. And if I was in Naples, I'd probably then go to Barry. Just as you say, then either double up, you could double Drac events or you know, fog Suid. But I don't want to be sitting there. That's nice. And get hit with a 5 damage and then have to be forced to go to sea.
Because if Van Helsing had heroic leap, he could have given it to Suid here if Suid didn't get too beaten up by the encounters. Okay, so we know Godami's got knife. I assume he has a stake. Unless he picked up horses and he threw away his stake. I wasn't paying attention to item discards enough to work out if it was that stake that he got discarded or somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Second mesmerize. Alright, he's running.
At least try and get a. Yeah, try and get some points.
Yeah. Dracula could go to Cagliari, but the problem is, as soon as he does that and then he goes to sea, he's revealing where he is. He might prefer to hide his look. You know, he might want to do sort of the obfuscation move, right, where he moves 2 seas and hunters don't know if he's east or west. If you go to Cagliari, you're kind of revealing where you are, because eventually you have to move off it. Unless he, like, fake wolf forms onto Cagliari, that's something you could do. And then they're running around, and then you just pop off the island once you've done a little bit of feeding and stuff. I think it's hides on the trail.
I'd be tempted having those layers to go back to Baltica now. The way the hunters are split, okay, Suid could bypass it and go another ocean to land in Baltica. That's the only thing, I guess. If by the time Dracula lands in Valona, Suid could be landing in Salonika, and he is fully evented up, and just leave Italy for Mina and Godalming to deal with.
But the thing is, Suid's already in Tyrrhenian, so Suid's going to have to make that decision this turn, and Dracula will have to see it and respond to it. If that makes sense. Okay, that's Godalming must have a stake here, but he's been beaten up with. He took 4 damage from that. He has been healing the other damage he took.
Yeah.
That's true, Aruk. Yeah, if you go into Tyrrhenian, you stall the decision for a second turn while you make the you start deciding.
Yeah, that's true.
If the hunters have consecrated ground, they could pull it when he lands in Valona and they trap him. Oh. Ooh, okay. That was very risky. So he's in Bari then. So you know where he is. He's in Adriatic. I suppose if there's a... Yeah. If there's a consecrated ground, could be toast for Dracula. Because he'd be forced upwards, which is not what he wants. Is Mina going to move down now to anticipate that? I guess Dracula could go Adriatic Ionian if he wants. Or he could misdirect Naples and walk into Suid now. That's another thing he could do, I suppose. Doesn't put out an encounter.
Look at his rule form, remember those, so 2 stakes. So yeah, whenever he lands, I mean, if he does that, he can if Mina does step down, he could bypass, jump up to Munich.
Oh, that's that's a good point actually. Yeah, because you got the Adriatic coast through Venice, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good point. It all depends on what Mina does here. Is Mina going to go into the boot? Is she going to go east? Nope, she's going to do the trail.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh.
That's a good one. No, yeah, Godalming, if he hasn't got a stake, he's going to have to try and get rid of this Reckless now.
Yeah, unfortunately on the timing, it means that Godalming can stake this first. But there could be a vampire in Rome.
Yeah,
that
it comes.
A stake.
You've got wood.
In hindsight, misdirecting Munich was a mistake. Yeah, maybe. It depends what the encounter was. Would have got a lot of value from there. It'd be interesting. Is Mina going to get pushed into... I mean, if she gets pushed into Rome and almost dies, it's not like Dracula's going to misdirect it and move into Rome when you've got... Potentially all the other Huns could jump on you.
No. Unless he's got a Fogman Rome. But then you're just relying on nobody having forewarned, and there's a lot of event cards in the hunter's hands.
I guess he hit Mina with it, right, and then walk into the fog. Oh, that's very good. You can't heroic leap that one. I mean, you can, but it still lives.
It's a nighttime battle.
Do you use heroic leap here to save her? So you don't even have to worry about her dying.
You hate to use it on something. You want to use it for the main man, don't you? But I guess if you have to, I mean, like you say, you can use it. Oh, they have. But now that's still one for the new vampire. So they attack now. All they got to do is feed a couple of times.
Oh, she has planned ambush though. She has planned ambush. He opted to use heroic leap rather than planned ambush.
Oh well. Right, okay, yeah.
Oh,
well, I guess planned. Yeah.
I guess planned ambush would be better if you've got like a multi-hunter combat, whereas heroic leap is purely for one-on-one.
I guess it works though, because then if the new vampire tries to mesmerize, punch, she's dead. If you try to escape and she mesmerize again, you can get out of that without any damage, and then you just sit there and rely on the other guys to jump in, knowing she's only got 1 health. So
yep, that's true.
Yeah, okay.
I think like the big thing is if Dracula lands instantly here, do the hunters have consecrated ground? If they have consecrated ground, they can cause quite a lot of problems. But the thing is, they've committed quite far into Italy, so it's not going to be as bad as it could have been. If they don't have consecrated ground, I really fear for hunters here, because Dracula's just going to go back to all of these layers and just it'll be utter misery for the hunters to deal with all that. Look, like Godalming's got poor health. Van Hel Mina's next to Seward, but they're dealing with the trail. They need to deal with Rogue.
The thing is, if Drac goes back into Baltica and just wolf forms straight to Sophia, CG isn't really. I mean, they can't block every exit from CG from there, so you wouldn't potentially be trapped. They would just have to try and place CG to force them perhaps back to Valona, but then nobody's in a position to come down for that. So I'd be tempted, rather than taking another 2 damage, getting out of the Adriatic, going Ionian, going Tyrrhenian, leave them to mess up with that. They don't know what's in Barry, and by then you could be placing a new trail down. And if you expose yourself on the layers, okay, because they know that's where you're going to be anyway.
Yep.
Or he will forms to Munich and tries to play silly buggers and goes round behind them, but they're going to typically go north to come out of there, so...
Oh, this should have stake, maybe? I mean, Wolfform to Munich I don't necessarily hate, because what's Godalming going to do? He's so low health. Yeah. He's not going to be a huge threat. Van Helsing City doesn't have horses. Planned ambush on Bino.
Godalming can only use rail.
Never mind. Oh, he's got poor horse economy. So it could be a 2-on-1 if he goes to Munich, but then he might want to take it anyway. Well, he's on 7 health now. He's got knife and probably heavenly host, I imagine.
Godalming didn't have horses, so going back to Baltica he's going to then have to go up via the rail track.
Yeah, or wait for the trade with Van Helsing, which is going to take at least a turn to do.
Yeah. Did he go and have a look? Did he layer Vienna?
Yes, he did. Led Vienna and Venice and Bucharest. So Bucharest is the only eastern layer now.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
So
that's what
it's not the best. It's not as many layers as it could have been, but still, in terms of distance, it's very good though. Especially if there's one exit weather's being used already.
Yeah. If you choose to go to Baltica, just land now and we'll form in, because otherwise going Ionian and then Black Sea to try and confuse with 3 oceans, you could be in the med, but you've just wasted 2 damage, 2 health getting to the same location effectively, and it's taking you longer, and it allows the hunters to supply. So.
And the thing is, if you go all the way to the Mediterranean, that's the only place you can be, because there's not enough other sea spaces. So no, I wouldn't do that. I think you've kind of committed to Adriatic here. I think you have to land east. We've also got to consider too, if Altaris does manage to win this, what will the IDS be? If Altaris can win with more than 9 health, so 10 health or higher, he will have the deciding, they have the decision to choose what role he wants for the tiebreak. That's very significant. He hasn't used feed yet.
Use, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good
there's the wolf form, just to stop consecrated ground, because you could get forced into Athens, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world.
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah, now Dracula's now playing obvious. He's playing like I'm telling you where I am. Well, he could be in Munich, to be fair, but he's most likely east. But he doesn't care, because now Dracula's decided you don't have movement to catch me for a bit, so I played the sneaky game earlier. Now I'm going to play obvious game, and you got to now rush to try and get me in time.
Yeah.
If he sees the hunters rushing over, he can just go onto a port and then instantly leave again. And they got a trail to deal with, and then not much time because it'll be end of the 4th week or 3rd week rather.
Well, yeah. It's a shame if he had moved to Munich, it'd be a shame because when he moved, you wouldn't be able to misdirect it. But that would be if he managed to get it for some. We would have had to to Munich, and then you could misdirect. Then they don't know where you've gone. But as it is, yeah, it's got to be. I mean, he could have gone to Salonika because then the ocean, if CG was played, he'd still have the ocean available to escape as well. But yeah, it's. I think it's a good play.
If he goes up to Bucharest that way via Sofia rather, then it means he's going to have to go to Black Sea coast. But he might not mind that. He can throw it out, and that's pushing them even further into that extremity, which is what he wants.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's going back to the beginning of the game. Godalming then goes back out to check Constanta again, and he just repeats the same strategy and goes past them again.
Oh, what? So, they're not doing with Rome. Oh, maybe he's letting Rome mature then. He's forcing him to pick. Interesting. Venice is a lair. Uh-oh. Oh, he got away with that one. Oh, unless... Oh, hang on a minute. Is he going to try and trap Van Helsing in fog as well? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Is he going to...
Oh! It was going to be triple fog.
God damn it.
Oh, man, that'd be amazing if that was the case. Wow, he really got away with one there. Might even put, like, even on Mobbin. I know Seward's there, but still. Oh, what?
Yeah,
Mina's fighting this? Oh, because it's got 1 health. He's going to try and kill it. Ooh, but what if she doesn't? I guess he just lets it mature, I suppose. But then
she had a knife and rifle, but if I was a new vampire, if I get claws, I would throw a claws down just to get her health down to 2.
Yeah.
And then got more chance of or delaying her at night, but throwing her into a wolves or a lair could do some damage.
Strength, that's a good play.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now the only way that they avoid that damage is dodge or
Can't be
escape.
killed. Yep. And the vampire can't be killed with that.
Yep. I haven't seen Desecrated Soils either. So that might be a factor later on too. But there's a lot. There must be a lot of Heavenly Hosts kicking around because they have been supplying quite a bit. So since Godalming spent at least 3 turns in Vienna supplying. So yeah, there's got to be a Heavenly Host kicking around. I think Godalming's got at least one of them.
I don't think the deck is reset yet either. So yeah, but you'd imagine unless it's been pure luck, or bad luck rather, they haven't drawn those cards yet. You think they would just burn through them and reset the deck?
Yep.
If you've got another strength, new vampire, I would look at using that.
Yeah. But then, if Mina plays a weapon, then we'll just punch next round, right? So the only thing you can stop it with is with a...
Yeah, but then he could fang next round and get 2 health back.
Yeah, especially if she uses the knife this turn. Claws. Dead vampire, but Mina's 2 health down, and then you have to deal with... I don't know...
Ari's still there.
See, that's the problem, right? You got Bari still to deal with. I'm almost kind of inclined here to let Dracula decide if he wants to mature this or not. Can Mina deal with Bari? There are 2 encounters there. She's got time to deal with it. Oh, she's got
time, yeah.
She's got a forewarned.
Yeah.
Oh, that's massive. You play planned ambush to reveal forewarned? Whoa. Alright, I wonder if Altaris has spotted that.
I'd be more inclined to supply in Rome and pick up a stake. And keep your cards hidden. Because now if he's laid a fog down in Barry and he has, obviously looks like he's hidden there where he has, then you just let her search.
There are no
All
stakes.
the stakes are out. Yeah.
So I guess how many fighting vampires have we seen? 1, 2... Well, there's some stuff that's been discarded face down, but...
Yeah.
There could be a lot of vampires in the east now. And there's still at least 1 rumor token. Yeah, this could be trouble. And also, if this could be a hoax in Bari.
Oh, you'd love that. Oh, you'd be happy as a kid in a sweet shop.
Yeah. I guess the question is, though, whatever this encounter is in the hide, because of the forewarned, Mina can just deal with it. So the only way is if it's another fighting vampire. And now she's she's supplying and not healing. Interesting.
Then with no stakes, if when she jumps on Barry, you just let her search, and then the fog takes hit. And
there's a trade. Sorry, I'm an idiot. There was a trade.
You got a vampire there. She still has to attack them at night with conventionals, and it's a small city, so she can't supply to try and get something else.
So maybe then, if it's a fog, you just hope. If it's a fighting vampire with a fog, you just don't ambush. There's no point because you got forewarned. Just let her then go into a night fight with no stake, and the fog's there, and then the fog traps you, and you can't search again.
Or do you even bother? There's no rumor tokens, so do you just let a 403 mature and don't even bother about trying to get stuck, and then just have all 4 hunters jump on Baltica?
So then why do you deal with Rome then? That way you know it's only 3 points, but the other one could be 4 points. No consecrated ground. This is also really key. No consecrated ground. So yeah.
Well, saying that, if you had CG, I don't think you'd play it now, because you'd play it when he was at sea to either block it off. So they could have it. They're just waiting for a better time to use it.
Maybe. I mean, that's the other problem. If he goes into the Bucharest layer, they might then pull it. They might, pull the trigger then. Because then if Sophia is the wolf form, that's another place that you don't have to worry about. Bucharest is still the layer. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't go onto it as a layer. Maybe you clear it.
Yeah.
Don't know. A lot of things you can do here.
Again, depending on how astute the hunter is, you could clear it without them checking layer. They won't know that you have.
Yeah, that's right.
Or you can do it to make them think you have, and then they go there. So yeah, there's plenty of ways you can use it. It just depends on what. Okay, so there's okay, they've got good.
They got a lot of movement.
Good travel now. Yeah.
So where is he? Is he already on Black Sea coast? That's kind of what you want. That'd be the safest play for Dracula here. He's already in Varna, and then he goes to Constanta next turn, hides, and then leaves. It's not dragging them as far, or committing.
I guess so.
Depends. If we throw down a rumor token, that's going to be a problem to deal with. Oh, another a day trade. How vital is this? Oh, she doesn't have forewarned anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, but that could be a mistake though. What if now there is a fog here with a hoax or something?
Well, yeah. Or maybe if he decides to let it go.
Oh, especially now, right? If it is a fog or a bat, so then this thing's definitely maturing it, Barry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And if he does let it mature, it gives his wolf form back early, which could be handy.
If it's a vampire, yeah. Okay. Well, we know it's Barry. Oh, unless it's for the deduction.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, you could. Yeah, do the hide.
You deduce to see
what you're right. Yeah, you know
Barry is. Maybe maybe to deduce the hide encounter. Oh no, he's doing it for the analysis. But we knew that. Maybe you deduce what the hide card is, and if you see a fog, you just trade the 4-1 back to her. Oh, he realizes his mistake.
Yeah.
The live stream chat's gone quite quiet, so you can tell the tension is ramping up here. How's everybody in live chat? I hope everything's going well. Hope audio's fine. What do you think? Who's in the driving seat here? Drac has no points. But it's Wednesday, week 3. He's still got quite a lot of health.
Yeah, if Barry is a vampire, which let's assume that it is, then I think you want to mature it because you've got to get some points on the board. It helps your final week movements. Having nothing is, even when it gets to Monday, it's still a long trek to get those points up.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. You want to throw down a rumor token here in the east, you're gonna have to make sure you throw it down in time before you go to sea. Yeah, you need to deduce what that hide card was, because then you could trade 4-1 back to Mina. But again, that's very easy for us to say because we're not playing. You might want it for later, for the east. There might be a fog in the east that then hunters don't deal with and they charge off west when Dracula leaves.
That's it, yeah. I mean, if it's a vamp, it's going to be a 4 max. Whereas, like you said, if there's a rumour token in the last week, you probably want to maybe keep deduction, or you want to look at a coastal town and see is a fog that's going to delay hunters, so, yeah.
To be honest, there's so many Dracula cards, you'd probably prefer a hoax at this rate.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's going to screw up the
Oh,
supplies
could you imagine
so
Barry's
much.
a hoax? Oh.
It'll screw up the supplies so much. Okay, that's no real surprise there. He could be in Athens right now too, and then he hides. Oh, he hasn't got hide, has he? Oh, bats. That's very good. Oh, forewarned. Okay, so we know where forewarns are. Right. Okay. So is that? Did Godalming trade that to Mina? No, Mina took it. Mina had it. Van Helsing took it off. Did people in livestream chat? Did you see Van Helsing trade with Godalming? That means they've got 2 forewarns, if not. Okay. Are you going to deal with Bari? Oh. You don't need to roll horses if you're going to Bari. If you're not going to Bari, then fair enough. Nope. Leave it, letting it go. Let's see. Is that a game-ending decision?
If we see a hoax in Barry, that'll be...
Wow.
I'll tell you what, if there's a hoax in Barry, that's going to get an air horn soundboard, I'll tell you that much.
Right, people, turn down your volume in preparation.
The air horn's quieter than me shouting, so...
There's so many Dracula cards.
The layers, can you just... Yeah, the layers are still kicking about there.
Bucharest is still layers. We know he hasn't gone through that.
Bucharest,
So he's either down sort of Salonika, Valona, Athens. Could be in Constanta right now. There's no hide. Fog, Mature, hit Mina and Van Helsing. Yeah, wouldn't be bad unless you're gonna... That would be worth it if they were gonna go to sea immediately. If Dracula goes to sea immediately now, and is heading westward while they're trapped in fog, yes, that would be decent. But at the moment, it wouldn't be the best, I don't think.
Rook says there that Drax's been doing a great job keeping hunters on the back foot. He really has. He's dragged them all over the place.
Mm. Oh. She doesn't have horses anymore. Gave horses to Van Helsing, which is an interesting decision. Right, what's in Bari?
Come on.
I don't know what would be better, Hoax or Vampire. I mean, you need the points, but at the same time, Hoax could... Oh, he's gone into layers. Oh my goodness.
They got a 4 Mature. Okay.
Did he mean to go into Bucharest with the layer? Oh my goodness. If now Consecrated Ground comes out.
It's okay, because Galatz and Klausenberg are exempt.
True. Yeah, but then...
Dracula's there for the re-health if he needs to.
Van Helsing could then come in and they could just surround him.
Yeah.
Was that a mistake?
He has got the oceans. He has got the oceans available. And he's got Wolfform back.
There's no way that's a mistake, right? He's been layering all the time. He must know what he's doing. Wait, where are these locations then? Sarajevo, Belgrade, Bucharest? Oh, he's going in for it.
Oh, what have we got?
Oh, but if you got like a double vampire here, you could accumulate a lot of points.
Absolutely.
There's no renewed vigor, so there's no healing after the fact.
Or it could be a mob and he's hoping Sewer jumps in and hits them both.
Yeah, especially since Forewarned's being used.
Yeah. Okay, that's just as good. Well, it's not just as good. It's good. Pretty well with Reckless. Do some damage, chip away at Godalming.
If they have 2 Forewarns, if the Forewarn's on Van Helsing, he can trade it to Seward before he walks in, if the second thing isn't revealed. Do we know what Godalming's got? I think it's rifle... Oh no, he has a knife, right? Knife, Heavenly Host? He tried to knife the vampire in Venice, I think. If I remember rightly.
I think
Unless there's a trade that I missed. This is massive.
So now a couple of, a Fang hit in here is good. That's another point. He's got points on the board, so that'll take him up to 5.
Something to also bear in mind here is if Dracula escapes his bat out of this combat, if there are 2 vampires in Bucharest, both of them will disappear. And the thing is, he needs
Yeah.
Bucharest to live here to create pressure for hunters. He can just rumour this. And they have to do 2 vampires with no stakes. If it is 2 vampires.
Yeah.
This is... Yeah, you don't really want to escape as bat out of this situation.
Here's the thing, though. Yeah, when you left there, I'd set it up as a lair. Would you then? I mean, I don't know. Would you sacrifice a vampire there? Unless Altaris has had long game strategy, knowing he'd go back there. Chances are the other card might just be a small damage, a wolf, a rats, or something like that. But if he has done double vamp, planning ahead, that's very good.
Yeah. Is this vampire going to die by the time this is over?
I know, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. But he had to jump it, yeah. I mean, he had to ambush him with the reckless. That's a. I think you had to do that. You can't, fault for there. Take some damage off him. But yeah, you want to try and keep him because Seward can now just walk in with potential whatever the second one is.
I guess if you have fangs, you play fangs now, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, double knife. Oh,
Wolverined up.
Well,
okay.
No point. But now Altaris knows exactly what Gadami's got.
Yep.
He's got horses and 2 knives. No heavenly host. Wow. And there's something else there, which hasn't been revealed.
That's good play. Yeah, that's good play.
By hunters.
Oh, by Drac not revealing it.
Ooh, I guess it depends on what it is. If it's something that can be cancelled by Forewarned, unless that Forewarned with Gadami was the only one. It's a mob.
Yeah,
it's 2 Forewarns. 2 Forewarns.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Oh man, he could have hit Gadami with it and it'd been free.
What's Drac's health just now? 14 it must be, is it?
12.
Or 12. Yeah, a couple of... Well, we know Gadami hasn't got a heavenly host, so that's one advantage.
But then
Seward could be sitting with 2 in his pocket, though.
Yeah, I know, right? Wow. Yeah, that did not work out how Altaris planned it. Strider, this might be the moment that Strider wins the game. But I think now, though, now he can escape his bat, and he doesn't care because of the...
Correct.
Oh, Lucy's revenge? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
No, we can't.
Oh, and Lucky Find now. Wow. And he will be able to check the discard pile. Goodness me, yeah, Strider might win the championship now with that move.
Low supplies came off good.
Well, we'll see.
Although if Drac can survive this and get to a coast and has a fog in his hand, at least he doesn't worry about Forewarned. He can still delay hunters there.
That's right. And they've got 2 encounters still to deal with. So that's probably Black Sea Coast then, if that's the case. So he can just escape his bat to Valona, go to Athens, hide, feed, and then leave.
Yeah.
They seemingly don't have renewed vigors. Right, can Dracula survive this? Goodness me. And there's Aggie as well. If he can get one of these... If he can get Seward out of the combat... I can't remember where the other knife is. Is it possible that Seward has no knife? Mina?
I think it was Mina 2 on Godalming. Drew a knife at the new vampire in Rome.
Right, okay, so yeah, so there's... Seward might not have an anti... I didn't check the discard power. The thing is, because of Lucky Find now...
yeah, that's true. You could have moved that around.
Godalming kept his horse, seemingly. So maybe he just used Lucky Find and he just threw everything else away?
I think I'd be tempted to fang Seward first round, because I think Seward, if he has got a heavenly host, I think he thinks, right, get the 4 damage hit. They know that maybe he's not going to use fangs because they're thinking there's knives out there, Sister Aggie's out there. I would take that. I mean, you keep the same health as you have with
this is where obviously the new version is better, because you can check discard powers Dracula. You can see there's definitely 1 crucifix being discarded. What about the second one? And what about Garlics? But I think now, because of Lucky Find, maybe the deck is reset, which then means all that information is lost. Oh my goodness. He's going for Seward. Oh my, I'm tense just watching this, and I'm not even playing. He's fanging him.
Fangs as a heroic loot. Oh.
Right, what is this? No holy bullets.
Really host rather. Right.
Right, so Dracula's going to be down to 7 health after this, assuming Godalming has played knife, which I assume he's going to. What? Eh? Didn't he have horses? Maybe it was... Did Seward play the...
I mean, he did train. He did rail to get to...
He did rail, but he... Oh, maybe
He
it was
played the Lucky Finder.
maybe it was Seward who played Lucky Finder, not Godalming. I saw Godalming's portrait, but maybe it was Seward then. Oh wow, that's definitely GG then.
That's
Goodness
it. Yeah,
me.
it's GG then.
Wow. Holy
Well, it'd be interesting,
moly.
yeah, if that layer reveal was a strategy, it
Didn't work out for him.
came undone, I'm afraid. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he's got two hosts now, he just plays them both.
Because I guess if he'd hit Godalming, Godalming would have been down to 3 health after all that vampire stuff. He could then just claw Godalming, kill him. He wouldn't get the points, at least get him out of the combat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bang.
You have to play strength here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's not over yet, but it's very difficult. But Sud has to have Heavenly Host now, surely. No, he punches.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
But now, yeah, either Hunters play conventional and that's it. He's...
Snuff. In Strider's world, we all just live in it.
yeah. Even he doesn't know that he's nearly won it.
GG, maybe.
Yeah, look, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because Dracula just cannot escape his bat because of Aggie and Lucy's revenge. It's just...
Yes. He's just got to stay and knock him out.
You just got to strength Godalming, I guess, and just... Oh, well, yeah, that's as best as you can do.
Oh, you hate to see it.
I mean, what an epic game. Wow. GG.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Very worthy finalists. Oh. Oh.
I'd like
Wow.
to go to game 3, to be honest.
What a game that was.
He's away. Yeah, I mean, that was a strange one. He did have them on. I think both Seward and Godalming getting the fast horses made the difference for their movement. And yeah, I think you're right. He must have lucky found because he trained into the location with Godalming. So
It looks like
revenge is such a
looks
pain.
like Strider wants to come in for a wee chat.
Oh God! Right, okay, bring him in.
Right, 1 second, folks. I'm going to have to sort
Must
out...
apologise to the group listening because he's going to be coming in. He's been eating Skittles and M&Ms all morning, so he's going to be full of E numbers.
Right.
Yeah, so show some love in the chat. Yep, congratulations, Strider.
Yeah, very well played. Very good. Very, very good. Right. How do you do this again? Oh, I can stop streaming to you. Right. Okay, so sorry people in live chat, the Discord call is suddenly going to change a little bit. So apologies for that. I'll get this set up.
We'd like to thank the
And they're not answering, that's awkward. Right, you're here. I wanted to join the call and he hasn't picked up. Robo Scott activated. Oh, have I gone robotic on you guys? Roscoe, can you hear me?
Yeah, hear you fine.
Alright. Oh, there he is.
Hey!
Whoa.
Well,
that's loud.
Am I loud? Sorry, guys.
That's alright. I'll turn you down. Don't you worry. You got every right to be.
Come
That
on,
was exciting.
Strider.
Oh, I
Congratulations.
lost my voice at the end there. Thanks.
Not surprised. Not surprised. You
It's a shame you
probably
got
broke OBS too.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be an interesting shout. Congratulations, Strider. How does it feel?
Feels surreal. I didn't think I would win it because Altaris is such a good player. His Dracula is very good, so I thought I was in for a run there. He always starts east, which is why I knew that he'd probably start in the east. But then I lost his trail early on because I didn't know he snuck north along the. And then I decided to let that Bari mature because it wasn't many points, but I didn't think it was going to be a reckless vamp, so I was worried at that point because he got his wolf form back.
But yeah, we were saying that. We were saying Barry could have been a hoax. That would have been a whole world of hurt.
Yeah, I figured I took the risk. I gambled it.
Yep.
I did have renewed vigor and I had consecrated ground.
Oh, you did. Wow.
But I didn't bother playing him.
Oh.
Oh wow! Just to pour salt into the wounds.
Yeah, I had the powerful cards, but you know what? I didn't need to use them. Yeah. By all accounts, Strider, you've had a fantastic tournament, and you've just been a worthy winner. You've been playing solid Fury of Dracula. So I was asking Scottsword, I presume you've got the achievements now, yeah?
I'm still missing the Toulouse and Toulouse.
That's why you went there yesterday.
I did. I thought of you guys. I was invited in chat, but I didn't want to mess it up. It's dedicated to you guys. Once I knew you were watching, I was like, I'll do Toulouse. He'll get the joke.
Of course you were. Oh dear.
So what now for the champion of the tournament? What's next for you?
The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the trophy shop, make myself a trophy, because I'm not getting one this way. Just so I can have it I'll put it in my living room just to show. And I'll be spectating some more Fury of Dracula games, and doing some more commentary now that it's over.
Oh, excellent! No, that's you just make your own trophy. Don't spend money. Get some cardboard. Get some, as you Americans say, aluminum foil, and you can just make your own little trophy saying how great you are.
That's right. Or I'll tear one of my teeth out and put it on display.
or that, yeah. The Hangover, just sitting there with a missing incisor. That's an honor of Fury of Dracula.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I was a nervous wreck the whole time. I mean, he wasn't getting influenced, but I wasn't catching him.
Yeah.
So
no, we were saying that he played. Yeah, when he managed to get out of Baltica when you guys went south and he went north into Munich, and then the Munich Mr. Eck was good. And Italy were, I think you managed to just catch him. When you had the fast horses on Seward and Godalming, though, that made the difference when he went to Baltica.
Yeah, and I wasn't scared of the Dracula in a hideout because I did have a forewarned potentially.
Yeah.
But it was still risky because I was going with Godalming. My plan was to kill that Reckless to make sure Seward didn't have to deal with it because I knew he had a lower health.
Yep, makes sense. And he had Lucy's Revenge, right? So Godalming's not as vulnerable then in that combat with Lucy's Revenge.
Right. I lucky found the Holy Bullets, and I got rid of the horse in the end.
Right, we were so confused because it looked like on our screen that Godalming had played Lucky Find. And I was like, so there's no way that Seward has bullets here. And then you play the bullets. I was like, wait, where'd you get those bullets from?
Yep. No, I chucked the horse out and picked up the bullets because I know that those are... I thought he would guess I would play Heavenly Host first round. And I wasn't worried because I did have Aggie in play.
Yep.
Which is probably the best ally.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Strider. She's top tier. Absolutely.
I'm staying quiet over here.
Yeah.
Right. I also had Money Trail. I debated playing Consecrated Ground when he went to sea.
Yeah.
To put 2 Heavenly Hosts on Venice and the other one to the right.
Lona.
Yeah, and then I was going to put the Consecrated Ground token on Athens. So he would have to go to sea one more time. But then I knew that he would be not worried about Consecrated Ground anymore, so that might have been a misplay.
Sure.
Actually, that That raises a good question. You were some lucky mother flipper last night when you were playing, when you wolf formed to Athens. That was...
Wow. Yeah.
And they had, we don't know when Altaris picked up CG, but that wolf formed to Athens, had he decided, right, okay, Drax and Baltica, and if he'd thrown down CG and Valona, that was game over for Drac, sitting on 11 points. Wow.
Yeah, it would have been.
What made you do that, apart from being mentally unstable?
Oh, because I thought that he would know where I was. He didn't have Hypnosis or Money Trail played before that. And I thought he would assume I went to Sophia if I went anywhere, because that's CG safe. And normally whenever you land from C, that's when you're most prone to CG. So I figured doing the only one. Plus I got the Reckless from his Behind the Veil. He got rid of my Aristocrat and gave me a Reckless in return. Which is why I said thank you in the chat.
And then the fact that you put a fog then behind it, so once Sue got trapped in Valona, he could never get into Athens.
Yeah, and I got that fog from putting it in a layer, so I was lucky to even draw that fog. So very fortunate.
Chat saying Strider, yeah, good shout. Yeah, rather make yourself a trophy, get a garlic wreath.
There we go.
There you go.
I'll probably make one.
Rook says, who needs a crown of laurels when you can have a wreath of garlic? Yeah, there you go.
I was also saying, like, if in the combat between Seward and Gadami and Dracula just now, even if you didn't manage to kill Dracula, Consecrated Ground would still be a really good play, because you could just block Constanta. Sophia was blocked because of the wolf form, so as long as he didn't escape his bat out of Bucharest, he's still kind of hemmed in a little bit, and he would have had time to sort of catch up with Van Helsing and surround him again. So
no, Sophia was clear because Bari cleared it.
Oh, true, because of the wolf form. Yeah, that's right. Was this kind of an interesting choice that you killed the vampire in Rome? Because you could have just let that mature as well, I suppose.
I probably could have done that, but I wanted Mina to do something over there. I felt that she was worthless. So I said, let's just do a combat, get rid of this vampire.
Just cause. Yeah. But then even then, if you had a Heavenly Host, because I suppose you had all three Heavenly Hosts at that point, you just threw one into Sophia, one into Constanta. And then
I did have, I was locked and loaded with them.
Yeah, so
Godalming didn't have any, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know.
I spent a long time with Seward and Van Helsing in the early game, just sitting, supplying. You know, they weren't moving anywhere. Were you covering those areas because you thought Drac would be coming through the Munich gate, or were you just supplying for?
No, that was pure. I was a pure jackass there, to be honest. I forgot to, because I was so interested in catching the trail in the east. I didn't supply up enough, so I only had one horse, and I kept getting garlic, and all this crap, complete crap from them.
I just imagine in your commentary, you're so like direct with your comments about things. You just every time garlic, shit, dogs, crap.
That's shit.
Well, usually as the game starts, I'm talkative. Then when the game goes on, I start getting quiet. Until the end. If I know I'm going to win, then the shouts start. Because I can start feeling the ramp up. So as soon as I got into that last round where I saw that even if he bit the Heavenly Host, he was going to die. Because he would take 2 damage from Aggie, and then he would die to the knife.
Yeah.
Or
you're so safe in that situation.
Right.
So we could be in a position here where we actually hear Strider get arrested live very soon, because when the neighbours heard him shout, "Die, bitch, die," 911 was dialed. So the blues and twos are on their way, and he's got to explain himself. I was just playing a game, guys. No, come on.
They will show the trophy as evidence. They'll show it in court. They'll hold it up.
Why's your tooth missing? Look, that's the one I've ripped out and stuck on the mantelpiece.
Megking's made a very good point. Megking said that your price Strider is you're not allowed to play in the next New Blood tournament.
That's right. I'll just sit in the sidelines.
That's it. You're a veteran, experienced player now. So, from your point of view, Strider, this tournament, Scott's always telling me you've had a pretty comprehensive, successful play all throughout. Did you just build confidence as you went through, or did you find that you understand the game more, or what was different, do you think, in this one?
I understand the game more. I know how Dracula thinks more. I know what events to use when to hold on to him. I know to be more patient with the hunters and not press the trigger and early at any point, and just to do the slow net. Because as Dracula, as the game goes on, it gets more and more nerve-wracking. Whereas the hunters, it gets easier if they have their supplies in order. which is what I've been lucky with supplies. I've been lucky. I didn't have any surprising returns, but I've been lucky with Aggie. I've been very fortunate with my cards. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should have pulled the Renewed Vigor earlier. I contemplated playing it on the round with Drac, but I was worried that if he had a fog under that Reckless Vampire with Godalming, he would have no way to deal with it.
Yeah.
So as soon as... Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, you don't want to burn it. You're right. It was like yesterday as well, watching your game when you were Drac. Your overstay that we thought in Spain, I mean, I think you probably outstayed your welcome 2 days more there. It worked out for you because you got the Van Helsing kill, because again, Altaris did the thing that perhaps a lot of players would have in their early, is jumped onto Drac with very little attack and no health. So you got a kill on Van Helsing. But we were saying, you're right, you got to go to sea now. And then it was like, he's fed. What's he doing? There's 3 hunters potentially that could jump on it. So there was evidence there that you're right, it's sitting down and it's making the calm decision, or the choices that people don't think you're going to make, and rely on the cards fall where they may. But that death on Van Helsing yesterday, because you did stay, would never have happened had you jumped to sea, as players probably usually would, and try and get the distance. So it's shrewd strategy management on your side. So well done, my friend. Yeah,
my thoughts on that play was he probably thinks I have a fog there, so he's probably not going to walk in. My other thought was, because I did a feed in between a hide, he might think that I moved off. Because some people don't realize that the hide, it looks like an encounter, so it looks like I might have moved. And some people can't keep track of that. It's like, but wait a second, if I count the cards, he should be 1 away, but I'm actually there. And I put a rat down because I was worried that I knew it would automatically do 2 damage to him, so that it would get him into kill range potentially if I can get 2 more on the vampire. I was surprised. Yeah, that was my thought. I said I can kill him if I can do a rat.
Yeah, we said that in the commentary. We were like, that 2 damage invariably was the difference between Van Helsing dying and not. So it was very good use on a rat, which is kind of like throwaway card. As you say, it brought him into kill zone range, and you managed to do the job. So yeah.
And also the fact then you double that up with the fact then Mina threw away the last stake when that vampire was still alive. They had no way of dealing with that vampire anymore.
I had no idea.
Stuck around. Yeah.
I didn't check the discard pile. You can ask a Rook. I had no idea that the stake was even gone.
Oh man.
That's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ambushed with that vampire. I would have just.
I think no. She got rid of the stake after the fact. The fact I was surprised in commentary. I was like, there's a vampire there. You need to keep stake in order to deal with it. So the combined.
Oh, you're saying, yeah.
So that the death on Van Helsing and the fact that Reckless never got dealt with, that was 8 points already. I think. There might be a Fangs in there as well, so that's a huge step towards victory. Yes, I think I'm trying to count the number of games you've played. 10, 12, 15, 17 games in this tournament, and you've won 15 of them, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, Wormtalon beat me twice. Yep,
that's very impressive. Very, very impressive.
I mean, that's very impressive considering how I've seen you play before. That's very impressive.
Wow. Well, comment that was.
Listen.
But thanks. The next step for me is to learn the beta. I know the beta already. It's the actual board game. So I'll look forward to trying that out. Now I'll uninstall this and get the beta. And I can help people out if they want to do some practice games. I also did a lot of practice games against Pizza Wizard and other people that I recorded. But I didn't post it because I didn't want Altaris to check. Because I do know that I'm very transparent with my play, because you can always study what I do.
That's the one thing. You notice that you start watching people's videos that want to get posted, and then very quickly you pick up on right, that's how they do this. So yeah, it does give an advantage. So no, you were right to keep that discreet.
Right. I don't know if I would ever do a wolf form to Athens again like that if people already know what happens.
Yeah.
But then you got it into their heads that you might do that, when you might just do the normal play and go to Sophia or something, or Sophia or whatever, right? So.
Right, and I don't know if Altaris is going to mess with me to do the same thing, do like a Wolf Form 1, for revenge. Although I did enjoy reading in the chat when I drew the yellow ones. Yeah. And my horse economy was really good. But I laughed when he's like, guys, I like to have bad luck, but you can't always blame the luck at the same time. It can be crap. but there's
And
some variability.
the thing is, mate, as well, the way that everyone, you play the cards that you're given, and it's how you play the cards that you're given that prove the champion that you are. So you can do that where you rely on the big cards, but again, if you don't get them in time or you play them at the wrong time, they're a wasted, a wasted advantage. So you've got to just basically play the game inherently with a strong base. Your strategy was sound. And as Altaris said there, I think he was getting exhausted by the stage that it's like if it had gone to a tie, you might have just won by attrition. Because he said yesterday, which we commented, I think there was a stage where he said GG, and it almost like he was looking to just throw the game, and you'd said, yeah, I'll take it, and then managed to get Alicante cleared, and then it was like games back on again. So yeah, it's never over until the points are there.
Absolutely.
Right. My early play, if you watch my first tournament games, they're on my YouTube channel. You can see how awful I was, because I would start panic night supplying early on. And that's how I lost my early games. Like, oh, it's the last week. I got to supply. Yeah. And there are points I was thinking about something. I'm like, I don't need to. I'm tooled up. I'm just going to keep moving, and hope for the best. Yeah. I think Altaris' mistake was to move back into a lair where I knew where he was, because I wouldn't have known.
They're very risky. Yeah.
We were saying that. Yeah, was that an intentional move, or did he forget himself where he was? But it must have been intentional. But I think it was a bit, knowing that Seward and Godalming had fast horses. It was a bit risky. You could have spent a lot more time going around Baltica, and then, as we said, he could have gone to the east coast and just jumped to sea if he had. It would have delayed you guys again. And again, he wasn't far off final week, and he already had points on the board. So, yeah, that could have been. It would be interesting to chat and get his view. But I think. Yeah, they underestimated the hunters that were there, or thought he could maybe take you both out with them.
Especially in hindsight, the fact that consecrated ground was something that was definitely a possibility. Then, yeah, in hindsight. But again, in hindsight, everything's a perfect science, right? Snuff is saying that your prize, and also Altaris' prize as well, is now your newfound ability to play the beta.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually try it out, and see how I do, and then play everyone again. Because I've been isolating. Go ahead.
Just to make you aware, Strider, the beta has no new achievements, okay? So don't get excited with yourself. It's the same as was. So all that's changing is the slide to the trail and things. So don't think I'm going to get another 25 achievements, and that's 25 YouTube shorts you're going to post.
Yeah. Well, I still got to get the one where Dracula wins in the first week. I think that's almost impossible to get, unless it's the AI or unless you boost it.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to get points as Dracula.
Yeah, early on. You just have to stand beside hunters and kill them, I suppose, and wait for a vampire to mature.
Yeah. But I'm happy you guys got to see the final. I didn't know. I was not confident of winning today at all. Especially going to week 3 there. I felt like I was on the ropes.
I think the live stream chat was saying, I was saying too, like, even though Altaris had no points until towards the very end, I would say it was I thought Dracula had a slight advantage just because of how much you were dragged into Italy. But then, yeah, the amount of movement you had and the fact that Dracula didn't go straight to the coast and went a little bit more inland.
I think as well, Scotsford was saying that Altaris had played against Birchmalley as Dracula and really done the damage on him, kicking about the same area. So it did feel like, I think to begin with, when Godalming and Mina got split up in Baltica, there was a lot of movement because he was just, and because Seward and Van Helsing weren't moving, it was just giving him a chance to leave the area and place as many events as he could. Obviously, he didn't get any mature back then because you managed to block them. But yeah, I think once it went to Italy, kind of isolates where he's going to go, and then Seward did the excellent weather to Tyrrhenian. That then obviously forced his hand to either leave Italy there or continue. So yeah, it was back and forth. It was a lot of, but again, like yesterday, it was back and forth. When Drac was on 11 points, we thought the game was over, and then there was times where it wasn't. But well played. It's been a worthy. This is the first game I watched of the tournament, so I'm glad I jumped in at this stage to see both of you put on a stellar performance.
I appreciate it. Thanks for being there. You guys are my favorite commentary team for sure. Hey. The OG Scotsman.
I think it was great I think it's great too to see the fact that we had, this league set up, which was very different, but then the top 2 seeds managed to make it through into the final, where obviously, with knockout, anything can happen. And there were some twists and turns along the way, but then have both of you, in the final given. You know, we were the top 2 in the league stage.
Yeah. And I was terrified of Worm Talon because he read me like a book with my Drac play. So, and I thought Hunters is my stronger side, but I felt like this was not the most optimal Hunter performance today. But I did win, so win is a win, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for Altaris and for the community, just for the support, and for Nomad for delaying the alpha or the beta release until after this tournament's over, so we can actually finish it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's huge.
Yeah, kudos to them for that. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It's great to see someone like you two who's, you know, coming into the community about a year ago. You competed in the spring regionals, found it quite tough, and then you have been playing sort of like on and off, but not like, you haven't been like grinding games or anything over the last sort of year or so since then, but then to come into this, and then to really put like a really good performance in. It's a really good inspiration for other players that they can... But we saw it too in the World Championship just past, right? We had so many new players play really well as well and get into the final stage. So I think it's a real, you know, real inspiration for new players that you can make waves and win, you know, and make a huge impact.
It does, yeah, because I mean, it just proves that if you start a game that you're shit at, you can actually get better. So yeah, well done. I think that's what Scott's was trying to say. So well done, Strider. You're an ambassador for imbeciles everywhere.
Subtle as always. Bloody hell.
Yep. But thanks for having me, and thanks for commentating the game.
No worries. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. I look forward to watching yours back on your channel to hear your view. I'll turn the volume.
Gotta turn it down. Gotta do headphone warning.
Which drive-through are you going to go and celebrate to?
I'm on a diet now because I'm not good, so I have to do better. That's my next goal. It's all good though.
Well, you treat yourself to get your trophy on the board. You can look at that. It's been a pleasure. Glad to hear from you again, mate, and congratulations again.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for hosting the tournament, Scott. So it was a fun one.
No worries.
I almost didn't do the tournament. Don't forget. I remember.
Yeah.
I twisted my arm. Well, I signed up by accident. I was like, oh, it's fine. It's all good.
That'll make every player feel better. I signed up. I didn't know what I was signing for, and next minute I'm in a tournament, and then I win it.
Well, because it was for new blood. I told Scott, I said, hey, listen, if you have new players, don't have me play.
Mm-hmm.
But because my record was so bad in the first tournament, it made me eligible because I was 2-8. My goal this tournament was to win 3 games. That's what I said in the first video. If you watch my stream, 3 games is my goal, and I didn't expect to get 15. So,
just let you know, the Met King fan club, Temican is here, and he's saying congrats.
Hey, thank you, Temican. Thank you, everyone here, and I'll see you guys all, I'm sure. And as I live stream games that people want to play, and I'll look to do that once in a while because that's fun.
I guess the last question. Last question before you go: when are you gonna twist Uruk's arm to get involved with a tournament?
I don't think he would ever do a tournament. He's more into the community games. He likes the idea of being on a team with hunters, as opposed to doing the one-on-one stuff. Because that, sometimes you play games more for fun. Not that tournaments aren't fun, but you have good laughs if you play with a group of people, regardless of who wins or loses. Whereas like a game like this, I can imagine punching my laptop or throwing it if I get angry. Whereas with a group of friends, you just laugh.
Yep.
If you have a group of friends camping at Castle Dracula to get an achievement, that's pretty funny. So, you know.
Fucking idiot. Honestly, that game, the only funny thing about that was, while we're in the middle of the game, for those that haven't seen it, go back to Strider's channel. While we're actually playing the game still, he's setting up a YouTube short because he got an achievement. We're like, are you going to play the game? Just, yep, that's the achievement up. I was like, I don't really think you're invested. You're dragging this team down as hunters because you've got your own ulterior motive. But that was hilarious. That was oh dear.
No, it's something that we want to do. I think now, especially the fact we've got 2 more admin. It means then, especially during the summer when I'm not really available, Philly and stuff can really take the lead in terms of organizing and like running community group games every week. We can have like 1 game per week, and it can get live streamed or recorded, and we can have like people can sort of opt in, and we can rotate people around. So you're not committing to like a huge tournament. You can just drop in and out each week however you want. And yeah, Met King is trying to set one up for a couple of weeks' time. So
That's cool.
Any players who are watching and want to be involved with that, then go and talk to Met King. Or there's if you go onto the Discord and you like pick a certain role, which is called Group Game Notify, you'll see a new channel that exists, and you can chat about that. So yeah, hopefully, I hope for Met King, because he's really keen to get it all going. There'll be players who'll be interested. But yeah, I think something that I'm really want to advocate, and over the summer, once the Immortal Invitation is over, then in the break until the World Championship in the autumn, in the fall, then we can run these all community group games once a week. And just
That's a nice idea.
And just have fun with the game, and just and then people can opt in and out of house rules however they want, and just make it their game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll encourage your players like Aruk and Viri, and it's just like it's like a nice virtual chilled sit around the table with friends just playing it. So yeah, that'd be useful.
It's fun, but tournaments are also great. Thank you for adapting the idea of the knockout, because I suggested it like months ago. And then as this tournament's going, I'm like, wait a sec, I can win the league if we just keep it the league rules.
They had to go through the whole knockout. Yeah, it's funny. You were one of the people who suggested knockout first, and I was a little bit against it for various reasons. And then you were going, can we just keep it the league stage? I was like, no. Chickens are coming home to roost now. I mean, I like the knockout stage just because of the sort of the tension on the line, the fact you can't play somebody and then forget about them for a few weeks. You have to play them again, and seeds could get knocked out. In this case, it wasn't, but you could definitely imagine upsets in the future. It did take longer to finish though, so that's something that maybe for World Championship we're gonna have to try to be a little bit stricter about. But
or just assign the times. I mean, I think we did a good job of trying. Like when we did the leagues, everyone was ahead at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then as it drags, it starts to get harder and harder. I know for me, I had like work conflicts at the end of March, beginning of April. But then we were able to get it done.
Yeah.
And I think it's important too to find a time that people can stream and watch, which is why I changed the time from tonight to 1 p.m. And Altaris is great to agree, just so we can get you in it, in the Europeans. Because I know for you guys it's like late at night. For me, it's 2:39.
There's always going to be games. I mean, the priority is always going to be the players. But the fact now we've got you and myself and Quincy and Snuff who records and JB Philly, and there's so many people who now record, and Met King obviously, and Aruk, and we got so many people who are willing to record. Even if we miss it live, we can watch it back later. So there's a lot more sort of possibility to record games than there was ever before, and it's not all just then on one person to do it. And I think that's really cool. And you just hear different people talking too. Yeah, that's a huge change. It was really great during this New Blood Championship. Also then during the World Championship just passed, that there were a lot more people who were willing to do it. So that just makes everything so much greater. Yeah.
So this tournament, Hunters had a bigger win rate because that by one game.
Only just. Yeah. It's so close. I'll do the calculation over the week or so and then post it. But it more or less 50-50. I mean, it looks like we're going to have the third place playoff. They're trying to organize a time to play, but
we don't know yet then. Never mind. Okay, we'll see how that game goes. Yep.
But it's more or less 50-50, which is not what I expected to happen. There was one point where Dracula had a huge win rate, and then it suddenly swung back towards 50-50 again. So yeah, I was very surprised. But again, now with this beta coming out, it would be interesting to see how that sort of changes win rates and meta and all this sort of thing.
Yeah, I got to watch your game earlier. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but it's good to see you playing games again and commenting again.
No, thank you.
So that'll be fun to catch up more with. Yeah, but thank you both for having me.
No problem. Well, congratulations again, Strider. Well done for all your effort and for competing. And again, I know Altaris isn't here, but well played to Altaris as well. Very worthy second place. I think everyone would agree.
Yes.
And everybody in the live stream, thank you very much for checking it out. Anyone who's watched this after the fact, thank you very much for checking it out. And so New Blood technically isn't over. There's possibly going to be a third place playoff match, but we'll announce that if that is the case. If not, the Immortal Invitational with this new update has started. We've got 12 players taking part, 6 teams of 2. And it's going to run over the next 10 weeks. So, from me, you'll see 10 games. One's already going out on the channel. Probably a little bit of audio issues, but there'll be other people. There'll be... I'm kind of thinking who else in the tournament will be recording. Snuff might be recording. Rakajic might be. But then there'll be other people like, you know, maybe Met King and Strider who'll be able to do sort of third-person perspectives. So there'll be a lot of coverage. So if you go onto my channel, there's a little playlist where all the games will go into. So you won't miss out on anything. Well, yeah, well done, Strider. Thank you for joining. Roscoe, it's been a huge pleasure. Thank you very much for commentating.
No, it's been fantastic. I say I chose the right 2 games, so thank you again. Congratulations to Strider, and it was good to see. And yep, I look forward to jumping in and chatting in future videos. Thanks a lot, mate.
No worries. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. And we'll see you in another game of Fury of Dracula very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye for now.